So here we are, it's Wednesday. This week seems like I'm a day behind, or I'm a day ahead in my head. I feel like it's Thursday. So, we're on the new job here, fueling up the harvester or processor. Didn't get here till later yesterday afternoon. I had just enough time to clean off the side of the road here, get rid of some of the whips. And I've got wood here I have to process, but I opened it up from that pine tree, back in there. This wasn't really where I wanted to put the yard, just because it's kind of a knob here. It comes uphill and then crests down over the other side where I'm parked. But I wanted, this is an old county road, so, which is kind of nice because it's all old gravel. It's actually good ground. It has been maintained in years, but it's good for trucking. But it flattens off down in there. You can kind of see. But last time somebody cut in here, it was cable skidders, and the yard wood in the road and ruined the ditch. So it's got a wet spot, and the road is kind of tilted down a little bit, which isn't going to work for trucking. You may get in there a little bit, but if you have a low side, the tractor and trailer is just going to beat that up, so, or pound it out more. And I thought about putting a yard above it here, but it's not super steep, but it's a pretty good uphill start. And that's just really hard on the tractor, starting that hard. So I'd rather not yard it up here, but it's not that far to yard it uphill with a forwarder, and then we have a nice high dry surface, and we'll pile on. I'll clean this up too eventually here, and we should be all right, because mostly it'll be, well, you can see hardwood pulp. We'll have some pallet logs, which go to a pallet mill to make pallets, and we'll have some grade oak, rock maple logs. There's a little bit of pine and some cruddy hemlock in places, but mostly hardwood pulp. So when we don't have as big a mix, you don't need as big a yard, especially when it's real heavy to hardwood pulp, because we just don't have all the piles adding up. But the other thing I thought was interesting, and when we first looked at this job, there was this old Revolutionary soldier's grave here, and I was talking to, there's only one year-round resident on this road, so John Rogers, sergeant in the Continental Line, Revolutionary War, which was Continental Army, and the landowner up the road here, he said his family's lived here for 200 years. But he was explaining to me, which I thought was pretty neat. Maybe you guys will find it neat too if you enjoy history. But somebody in this road found this grave, found out who it was, and then had this better stone and plaque made up. But this guy was, I'll have to look into it more, but he was an executioner for like spies or war spies and stuff. But he was one of the guys that executed John Andre. If you look that up, I googled it this morning. He was a British spy in the Revolutionary War, and John Rogers was one of the ones that hung him. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Kind of sucks for John Andre, but I thought that was kind of neat. So anyways, hope you guys found that interesting. I haven't googled his name. I don't know if it'll come up as anything, but if you guys are interested in John Andre, it does come up, so it was of some significance. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and we're getting started this job here. Wes is still on the last job forwarding, and we're still trucking over there. So gives me a little bit of time to get going here, not a huge rush. So I'll do some more video here once we get going, or if I find anything else to show you guys. So, you know, leave your likes, comments, and subscribe. And if you guys have any suggestions, love to hear them. We'll catch you later.